Defensively, they snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
It's a gain of 9 yards, and they're going to face a third down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weak...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Carson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Draw play. This is Carson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Wilson, and he whips that one incomplete there. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
To throw is Wilson. Being chased, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bud Dupree in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now this pass to Vance McDonald complete, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Roethlisberger. Incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And McDonald here over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Jack 16.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. 44. We own them.
3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger over the middle, complete. It's McDonald. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Roethlisberger now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Vance McDonald, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Mike 30. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Watch the pass.
On second down, this is Jackson. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Throwing is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Here's Switzer. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
36-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Kendricks able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out, and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And a reception made by Dante Moncrief. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. 2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a 1st half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the 2nd. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Wilson. And he slings one that's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 3rd and short.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
1st down, Seahawks.
Right there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Carson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now a signal and a timeout call. as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Wilson after the play fake to Carson, letting one go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And now it's second down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He connected on his first, this from 41. And Myers able to knock it through. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Just like that. Just like that. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Snickers, got to spin.
55. Go, go, go.
Here's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards there and a first down.
Like 20.
Check, check. Watch the force. Watch the force. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Watch the twins. Watch the twins. Mike 5-4.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. On the left side, it's McDonald. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Come off the ball. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Jack 16.
64, right there, right there.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Pilot, 64, weak.
Get that ball. Get that ball. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7.
50.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Second and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Watch 54. Drop deep, drop deep.
8. Like a gun.
Throwing on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. Left side caught by Diggs. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
5.
Here's Roethlisberger. His throw incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But now it'll be 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Mike's 50. Watch the curl.
50. No spacing.
Mike's 50. Here we go.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have picked it up.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. From midfield now on 2nd down. Wilson, it's caught right side, Dixon. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First down.
52, lady.
Watch the run. You go tight.
On first down, it's Carson, and he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw is Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh. Very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Hey, alert.
55.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
Check hot route. Hot.
Big.
Slow. No.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Give the sack to Barkevious Mingo, the former number 6 pick. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Roethlisberger. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
66.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Allen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the shotgun, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 29. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's first and 10, right at the 40.
Hey, Charlie.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Watch the curve.
Looking to throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4.
Alert.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Go, Bill.
Big dig.
General West.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Oh, get him.
On the draw, it's Jackson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he's able to find Diggs. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth.
That's good for us Steelers.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Now Roethlisberger. Eluding the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Let him know. Kill.
Kicker.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal.